Here's the scoop. The founder of the dating app Bumble says in the future, you won't be dating, but instead your AI representative will. And a wine company in China has been accused of disrespecting the GOAT, Kobe Bryant. And if you were waiting for a liver transplant, would you be waiting at the bar? How one woman ruined her transplant chances. Your scoop is coming up. So, first up today, I hope you've got your coffee or tea because Bumble founder says future of dating is your AI will date other people's AIs and hook you up with the best matches. From futurism.com. And it says, wait, that's literally an episode of Black Mirror. So here, I'm assuming this is the founder of Bumble, this woman here. So the article says the founder of the dating app Bumble, Whitney Wolfe Herd, believes the future of dating will involve having your personal AI, quote, dating concierge, talk to hundreds of other AIs to find a match. Guys, aren't you just so looking forward to the future? Doesn't it sound like so much fun? That unabashed vision may sound familiar. It's literally the plot of a 2017 episode of Black Mirror, as countless people on social have pointed out. You could, in the near future, be talking to your AI dating concierge. Wolf Herd, who stepped down as Bumble's CEO in 2023 but remains involved in the company, told an audience at the Bloomberg Technology Summit on Thursday. You could share your insecurities. There is a world where your dating concierge could go out and date for you with other dating concierges. I hope you guys have like a drink while you're listening to this. Not alcohol. If alcoholic, that's fine, but you know, like something warm and toasty because this is about to be crazy. Unsurprisingly, the bizarre suggestion triggered plenty of derisive laughter, leading Wolf Herd to double down. No, no, truly, she added. And then you don't have to talk to 600 people. It could scan all of San Francisco for you and say, these are the three people you really ought to meet. That's the power of AI if harnessed the right way, she added. It's a controversial and arguably nightmarish vision of what the world of online dating could soon look like in the age of generative AI. As if it wasn't bad enough out there already, the concept was explored almost 7 years ago in an episode of Netflix's brooding anthology series Black Mirror titled Hang the DJ, in which two individuals are set up by an algorithm called, quote, the system, and determined to be the, quote, perfect match. They're obligated to enter a lifelong partnership, whether they like it or not, until their predetermined expiry date. I remember seeing this episode. It was actually pretty interesting. But spoiler alert, the pair are later revealed to be the AI versions of actual people dreamed up by a machine, taking part in one out of 1,000 simulations designed to figure out whether their real life counterparts are actually compatible. Guys, you might need that alcoholic drink now. This just got. Did you follow that? I think I followed that. So basically, they're saying that in this Black Mirror episode, it would be like how Bumble wants to do in the future with dating. It would be like the AI was dating the AI. So in the show, the pair were later revealed to be the AI versions of themselves. That in the machine dreamed them up, and they were going on dates, and the AI was dating each other. And I guess if that worked out in the virtual world, then in the real world they'd be able to meet. Insane. Of course, the technology portrayed in the episode is entirely hypothetical, but with the advent of AI technologies like AI chatbots, tech executives like Wolf Herd argue we could one day be matched up by an algorithm, not unlike how the system works. Whether anybody actually wants to have a, quote, dating concierge act on their behalf to navigate the online dating landscape remains to be seen. I don't know if I would like that. But the concept may not be as far fetched as it first seems. We've already come across an example of mostly men leveraging the power of AI to gain an advantage on dating apps. Moscow resident Aliskandar Zadan, for instance, programmed OpenAI's GPT large language models to talk to well over 5,000 women. Wow. Fortunately for him, he ended up finding his current wife through the scheme, but not every woman will enjoy being chatted up by an AI, whether it's a Bumble concierge or otherwise. After all, having an algorithm speak on your behalf seems like a grim abdication of personal agency. I agree, and I think that if you're very intellectual, you will know if you're talking to AI or not. I mean, the AI would have to be so high level that you would not know it was AI. But if you're a very intellectual person and you like to have deep conversations, you would know that this is AI probably. Like you would probably know, especially if you ask like personal questions. Unless the person fills out all these deep personal questions to the AI and then you're giving all your business to the AI, do you really want to do that? You know? Um, the article goes on to say, is this really the power of AI being harnessed the right way, as Wolf Herd suggests? Or is it yet another example of a company trying to shoehorn the tech into every aspect of our lives, capitalizing on the ever elusive idea of the quote perfect match? Very good. For the time being, AI chatbots are still woefully inadequate for the job. That is true. They can barely tell the truth from fiction, like I just said, let alone accurately represent our needs and desires to identify the perfect partner. Yep. In the meantime, Bumble wants to have its users send out AI generated first messages as part of a recently announced feature called, quote, opening move. Instead of writing their own, the beginning, in many ways, of a potentially slippery slope. And I agree. You should be able to have your own opening move. If you don't, you need to like go take some courses on how to better your communication. You shouldn't be having AI as an opening move. That's super generic and it's not you. So if you get somebody through AI, if they like the AI, but they may not like you, so that's not a good thing. So what do you guys think about this article? I think this is I mean, I'm really not surprised. Everything's going to go towards AI. And this website, futurism.com, it's really cool. They have a lot of articles involving everything like ChatGPT, AI, like anything futuristic. Um, but I think that this is definitely where they're probably going to go, where all these dating apps are going to go. Tinder, Hinge, all of them. Plenty of fish. They're going to go towards like your AI will be dating your AI. But what do you guys think? Would you want your AI to be dating your someone else's AI? Would you trust your AI? It's kind of like a tether in a way. It's like it's not really you, but it's a part of you. Like they'll take elements of you, but it's not you. And then what if your AI representative goes rogue? What if they start saying things that you wouldn't say, doing things like you wouldn't do in the virtual world? This could get really messy. Like it's just weird. It's just weird. And I think that honestly, it's just taking us farther away from being human with one another, knowing how to talk to one another, interact with one another in person and on the phone. And we need more of that. You know, the more that AI pushes on and trailblazes into the future, the less we're actually growing as people. I feel like we're devolving and not evolving because the AI is evolving. So now we're just going to rely on the AI. We're not going to think anymore. And I think that's really detrimental to our society. But let me know what you guys think. Are you down? Are you down with this? Your AI dating someone else's AI in the virtual world and all that stuff? Or are you not down? And let me know why in the comments. Moving on. Would you drink some Chinese Kobe Bryant booze? No, this is serious. This is serious. There's backlash against a Chinese company that made Kobe Bryant booze, and the firm is accused of disrespecting the late NBA legend, infringing on copyright. So, underneath the title here, it says videos promote alcohol dedicated to late sporting hero without permission. And bottles of booze wrapped in LA Lakers jersey design costs up to $110. So you can see on the screen, this is what it looks like. It looks weird. It looks weird. It looks like cologne. It doesn't even look like liquor. There's Kobe. Man. So the article says a wine company in China has been accused of disrespect and copyright infringement for producing an alcoholic drink named after the late U.S. basketball legend Kobe Bryant. The company Guizhou Kobe Wine, it's called Guizhou Kobe Wine, published several videos on Douyin in April promoting two new sauce liquor products dedicated to the sporting hero, according to the mainland media outlet Peninsula Morning Paper. The account has now been removed. Yeah, I bet. The promotional videos showed three products featuring multiple elements relating to the basketball legend. They included bottles designed in the shape of a torso wearing an iconic basketball jersey in the purple and gold colors of the Los Angeles Lakers. And you can see it right here. Again, it looks like cologne. It doesn't look like booze. Bryant's numbers 8 and 24 were printed on the jersey along with 1996 to 2016, the years he played in the NBA league. The company also included the phrase Mamba mentality in its slogans. Wow, they were really copywriting the heck out of Kobe and the Lakers. Bryant nicknamed himself the Black Mamba in the mid 2000s, inspired by Quentin Tarantino's hit film Kill Bill. The videos also included a slightly adapted version of a collaborative logo Bryant worked on with the sports company Nike that has been considered one of the star's iconic marks since 2003. A member of staff at the company told Hanxing News that they plan that they plan to start selling the three products in May, not anymore, two priced at 398 yuan, which is $55, and one about 800 yuan. During his legendary 20-year NBA career, Bryant achieved 18 All-Star designations, 5 NBA championships, and 4 MVP awards. He died age 41 along with his 13-year-old daughter Gianna, aka Gigi, in a helicopter crash near California in January 2020. So I'm just going to skip down here. Many people are really disgusted over the company's, as they quote, barefaced infringement of their beloved star's rights. Did they acquire consent from Kobe's family? If not, it is disrespectful to Kobe and his legacy. One online observer wrote on Douyin, such a disgraceful way to pay tribute to Kobe, said another. The company's president, Yu Yongyang, told Shanghai Securities News that his firm consulted lawyers and went through commercial and intellectual property registrations in accordance with Chinese laws and regulations, which we know is not the same as American laws and regulations. However, according to corporate data provider Tianyansha, the company was registered last August, and the 5 graphic logos related to Kobe that they applied for have not been approved. Mm. So I'm gonna stop it here. This is maybe I'll play this video for you. Let's see. Let's see what the video does here. Oh, it's not a video. It's just a still image here. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? I mean, I'm not. It's China, so I'm not surprised. I mean, they China bootlegs a lot of stuff regularly. So I mean, they didn't get permission for this, and I don't think Kobe would want anything that has booze. I don't think he would want his name on booze, like on liquor. It just doesn't even sound like his brand. So they're not even thinking about the person he was and what he really cared for. Because if they cared and they were thinking about that, they wouldn't have did this. But they just want to make money, and they just saw a way to make money. And everybody wants to make money off of Kobe's death. I swear, everybody. And a lot of people have made money, but even in the U.S. But it's just really, I think it's just the alcohol thing too. It's like insult to injury, because that's not what he was known for. He wasn't known for drinking alcohol, or he wasn't like an advocate for any type of alcohol ever. So it's like he wouldn't want his name on that, and I'm sure his wife wouldn't want his name on this. And it doesn't even look like liquor. It looks like cologne. It looks weird. It doesn't look right. It just looks weird. Like, I wouldn't want to drink this. It's just weird and just out of pocket. It's really out of pocket for China. But I mean, a lot of Chinese companies, like I said, this is what they do. So I mean, it's out of pocket, but it's not for them, I guess. So yeah. So let me know what you think about this story in the comments. All right, last but not least, whew, this story is going to blow your mind. So guys, if you were waiting for a liver transplant, would you risk not getting the liver transplant to go have a drink at the bar? Would you do that? I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to zoom in here. So apparently, this dying woman, this is coming from the Daily Post, the Daily Mail, the Daily Mail. This dying woman, 36, and you know they have like tons of ads. It's going to be ad galore, so I'm zooming in here. Dying woman 36 is denied liver transplant for drinking while on the waiting list. I mean, seriously. Seriously. Amanda Husk has just weeks left to live after being denied a liver transplant. She suffers with alcohol addiction but had pledged to get treatment. Her relatives want to get her to Europe for a transplant if she survives that long. A dying woman has been denied a partial liver transplant offered by her own partner for drinking while she was on the waiting list. Amanda Huss, 36, has been on life support for 3 months awaiting the much needed organ. But she was denied the transplant after medics found the struggling alcoholic had relapsed before being admitted to the hospital. So she wasn't in the hospital when she relapsed. Now, her devastated loved ones have been told she has just weeks to live despite Husk agreeing to enter into an addiction program once she got her new liver. This was a wake up call for her. She wanted to make every advantage and every opportunity to make sure she could get this transplant and turn her life around, her partner Nathan Allen told CTV News. And this is her right here. Okay. This is her. But remember, she relapsed before she got back into the hospital. And this is her not in the hospital. Okay. Allen had offered to be a donor himself as he is a matching blood type. However, medics at University Health Network in Ontario have refused, so this is Canada, have refused the transplant request, citing minimal abstinence outside of hospital, meaning that you were not doing what you needed to be doing to prepare for a liver transplant. If you're getting a new liver, it's because your liver is bad. And if you're an alcoholic, a struggling alcoholic, that's why your liver was bad. All right. So, Alan's next course of action is to try to get Husk to Europe where a transplant would be possible, but he fears she may not survive that long. We were told last week that she has a couple of weeks to live, that she has a We were told last week that she has a couple of weeks left to live, maybe a month if she's very lucky. Allen said, explaining the treatment could cost $300,000. Okay. I will do whatever I can to save her life, just like the medical profession should be doing here. Okay, but sir, and this is him, by the way, this is her man. If you were doing whatever it takes to save her life, how come you allowed her to drink? Or were you not around during that time? If you weren't around during the time she relapsed, okay. But if you're living with her and you're her man and you guys live together, and presumably they do, probably, most likely, 99% chance they do, why weren't you making sure she never had access to alcohol ever? Okay, I'm just saying. The heartbreaking case has ignited ethical questions around the treatment of addiction. Around 600 people are currently awaiting a liver transplant for a variety of reasons. About 1 in 10 people who receive a transplant for alcoholic liver disease return to drinking. Ooh. Well, that's not too bad. I mean, it is kind of bad, but it's not half. It's like only one. Deborah Selrick, whose husband Mark died in 2010 after being denied a liver transplant due to drinking, slammed the decision. Well, of course. And this is her and her man again, and this is her, and this is her, and that's her man. I'm gonna keep my comments to myself. A life saving procedure is being based on perceived poor behavior. I'm not sure about that. Guys, listen, let's have a break for a moment. Listen, if you're getting a liver transplant and you're a struggling alcoholic and you relapse, is that perceived poor behavior or is that just poor behavior? We got to be honest. We can't be like dressing this up like it's something that it's not. There are people on that list waiting for a liver that are not drinking at all, that have a very healthy diet, that are not having are so ready to have a new liver. And maybe their situation wasn't alcohol, maybe it was something else, maybe it was hereditary, and they're so ready to have a new liver and they eat and drink so healthy. And should they be denied over a woman that has chosen to relapse and drink again, hoping she'll still get the liver even though she hasn't changed? Should they not be chosen first? I mean, I'm just saying, like, make it make sense. And it's not making sense. People aren't turned away because they didn't exercise or because they work too much or they don't get enough sleep or they didn't follow doctor's orders. But that's not the same thing. If your alcohol kills your liver, and so if you're relapsing drinking alcohol, why should you be first in line for a new liver if you are doing what kills the liver? Did not exercising enough, uh, working a lot, not getting enough sleep. Okay, these are things that are not necessarily going to kill your liver. Alcohol is actually known to kill your liver. So in Nathan and Amanda's case, you're seeing someone being told you didn't follow doctor's orders, so we're not going to help you. We're going to let you die. Um, I guess, yeah, in a way. Selkirk campaigns for more compassion towards those with liver failure caused by alcohol abuse. But how much compassion is too much compassion? Let's talk about it. This is a Western problem, is it not? Edmonton liver transplant surgeon Dr. Sayuma Jaya Kumar, who was not involved in Husk's case, explained that criteria for transplants is usually fairly uniform across Canada. Quote, it's a precious gift. It's a limited resource, she said. As you can imagine, making these decisions can result in a significant amount of moral distress with members of the team. Quote, we can give you a brand new liver, but if we're not able to change all of the circumstances that led to the liver failing, then have we really done you a service? Yes, yes, yes. That's what I'm saying. I agree. I would say every single transplant center in Canada is having difficulty with both access to mental health funding for patients as well as having access to mental health practitioners for transplant programs, she said. There were more than 45,000 liver disease deaths in the U.S. due to alcohol in 2022, according to the National Institute of Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism. Around 29,000 of the deaths were men, while the remaining 16,000 were women. And then it says Huss began drinking as a teenager. She struggled with addiction into adulthood. And there's her there again. Typically, alcoholic liver disease has affected more men than women. However, rates among females are on the rise in line with more women drinking than previously. The disease, which causes abdominal pain, fatigue, and jaundice, among other symptoms, has a higher mortality risk in women. Investigators from the Smith Heart Institute at Cedar Sinai and colleagues found that women with cirrhotic liver disease related to alcohol consumption have almost twice the risk of dying within a certain time period than men with the same condition. Medics believe this may be because women produce less on an alcohol busting enzyme than men, and generally have a lower mass and body water count. We are unable to comment on specific cases due to patient privacy, but can say there are multiple criteria for living donor eligibility, only two of which are blood type and willingness. Recipient criteria is governed jointly by transplant centers and Trillium Gift of Life Network, UHN officials said. Whew, guys. So, I mean, what do you think? Do you think that this hospital in Ontario, look at her, man. Mm-mm-mm. Do you think that this hospital in Ontario is wrong for denying her boyfriend the ability to give her this transplant even though she drank? I mean, I think that the hospital could do whatever they want, quite frankly. It's the hot this you don't control the hospital. Nobody controls the hospital. They control the hospital. And they have to actually do the transplant. So it's not just the fact that he's going to give her one and it's like, okay, if he's going to do it, why do you care? It's the fact that they have to put in the work to do it. They have to actually do the transplant. And so they feel like they don't want to do the transplant if they know that you were drinking, because you're like unworthy at this point. And it's kind of true. And the hospital can choose what they want. If you don't like it, maybe you could find a doctor on the black market and they'll take his liver out, and you better hope that you guys both survive after. But I mean, this is controversial, I guess, but to me, it's just simple. I mean, if you cannot discipline yourself, hear me. If you cannot discipline yourself while you're waiting for a liver transplant, at least while you're waiting, then you already know that when she gets a liver transplant, she's not going to not drink. She's going to be drinking because she has not learned her lesson. The lesson should already be learned because she's getting a liver transplant. She should already be praying, fasting, doing whatever she needs to do, getting her mind, body, soul right for this new liver so she can, everything can be good with the surgery. The last thing she should do is be thinking about alcohol, period. So, me personally, I feel like the hospital is in the right here. But if I'm wrong, let me know. Like, if you feel differently, if you disagree with me, not if I'm wrong, because my opinion is my opinion. But if you disagree, that's your prerogative. And I want to know why. Like, if you disagree, let me know in the comments. Why do you feel like the hospital was wrong? Why should they put in the hours to do the liver transplant on a woman that has not stopped drinking, has not learned her lesson? Why should they still do that? And it can't just be like, because the hospital has to have some type of morals that they're operating by. It can't just be, everything can't just be about money. Oh, well, they're going to pay. He's going to offer his liver. It's okay. No, it's like they've got to have some type of line. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about all these articles. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel and click that bell for notifications. Until next time.